Yesterday was my breaking point. I'm not going to address what it is, but it was my breaking point. It is best whenever you go through stuff that you discuss it. But as my father always used to say, it's how you say things. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be dealing with situations. I'm not going to call them issues because issue seems like a negative term. But it's okay to woosah cordially. It's okay to woosah and address things in a professional manner. It's okay to woosah and not woosah by drinking or smoking or even shopping, which I had used as one of my tools to deal with things. Poetry yesterday was not the answer for me. One of my strengths, one of my hobbies, which I refer to as expressive thoughts. Fashion and accessorizing was outdone. Talking to one of my best friends, because I have a couple, but one of my closest friends, or my best friends, was not working yesterday. Sometimes you carry that pail of water, that dirty water, which is called an obstacle. You think that by you just pouring out the bucket and refilling it with clean water, it's gonna continue to stay clean. And even when dirty, to the point that it can't get dirty no more, you pretend for it to be clean water. That's when the medulla gets affected. That's when the psyche goes in overdrive and works, but in a non-proactive and negative manner. Shout out to those of me in my circle who said to me several times, Natalie, Nat. Some even call me Nene, Nata, Natsu. I mean, I got many nicknames. DQ. I was even nominated by one of my friends with the name DQ. And when I first heard it, it made me angry. But instead, I played around with it and I said, okay, D, that's for me. Q, that's for the opposite person, the negative me. However, I'm going to make the Q look like another D. But psychologically, and I ran with the name DQ as drama queen, but positive drama. And I ran with the name DQ as in D, that represents me. Q represents me too, in a negative manner, but in a yin-yang manner. I look at DQ, because yin-yang is a ball. When you roll it, it keeps on rolling, whether it's a negative thing or a negative thought you have, or a positive thought. It's a rolling ball. Picture the yin-yang sign as a ball rolling. And as long as I'm alive, that ball gonna roll. I may be tired, but I'm not going to quit. So DQ became a brand for me in my mind, in my soul, in my movement. Y'all wonder where Moramani DQ Creations comes from. Mora Mani. My daughter's names are Mora and Imani. Imani meaning faith. Imani also meaning the middle name of my daughter, the first name of my daughter's sister, who's been in my life and's been my backbone, even when she couldn't count to 10 properly. An old soul, an intelligent soul, a soul when let down still went on and is now a sergeant in the army. A soul who assists me with my responsibilities, officially my responsibilities. And we're going to leave it at that. Those of you who know me properly know what I'm referring to. So Moramani, my daughter, whether she's with me or not, is with me at all times. Her sister, who's a very important part of my life, is with me at all times. Imani, my goddaughter, who I could have been a better godmother for, but because of circumstances that I'm dealing with, whether they're mine or not, I cannot address my godmothership to her properly, but she's understanding. So that's where the name Moramani, DQ, I already explained DQ, and Creations or Couture comes from. And I've come to now naming it MDQ Creations, short for Moramani DQ. So yeah, Robot Natalie is actually not Robot Natalie. It's a person with feelings. Natalie, TBAMYAB. TBAMYAB standing for an identity that I want to create to be the person that I am going to become or working on in a positive light. TBA meaning not to be snotty, but to be announced, mind your own business. TBAMYOB, that's what it should actually be. But yeah, to go back to the subject at hand. Yesterday, around 5 was my breaking point, or maybe 4:30, 4 o'clock was my breaking point. I'm no longer going to just say, okay, it's fine. And from that point on, God has allowed me to be heard. God has opened up my mind as to keeping it introversial, or saying, I'm not going to talk about it right now, forget about it. God wouldn't let me do that last night. Our supreme power, our maker, our original GPS would not let me do that last night. I had already started addressing it and taking care of my inner self, but my inner self cracked yesterday. So as of today, I'm not trying to be bold, nasty, mean, or anything, but I'm approaching certain things a whole different way. And if you understand, congratulations. If you don't understand, congratulations as well, because then now you need to start working on why I say what I say, and why I say no, or why I say I can't, or why I say it is this way, because that's what I see. I'm not going to look at things as a loss, but I'm going to look at the L for law instead of laws as a lesson. And I'm going to live that high life. And I'm going to work on my strength and get stronger. And anybody who doesn't understand me, I sadly have to say, get out my way. Excuse me. I will come back to that. Because what happened to me yesterday cannot happen again. But by the grace, first and foremost, of our supreme power,